You see the little shit going. That's a video.
What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua pays homage to the GOATs, he calls them, Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather. He recently put a post on his Instagram account, and he says this: gotta pay homage to the GOATs that paved the way for us. Hashtag explosion. Hard work, dedication, money made all day. Those were his words for Anthony Joshua, for Floyd Mayweather. And he also praised Mike Tyson. He says, during his prime, Mike Tyson was a ferocious boxer known for his power. Tyson knocked out his opponents into another dimension. Tyson retired in 2005 with an incredible record of 5-6 with 2 no contests and I think 43 by knockout. Okay. Joshua and Tyson have somewhat of a similar style. Both men prefer to knock their opponents out. On his Instagram, Joshua quoted the famous lines of Cus D'Amato. He says, "A boy comes to me with a spark of interest. I feed the spark and it becomes a flame. I feed the flame and it becomes a fire. I feed the fire and it becomes a roaring blaze. To see a man beaten not by a better opponent but by himself is a tragedy." So these are words that Joshua is praising and quoting, praising Mike Tyson, praising Cus D'Amato, because Cus D'Amato, poured all he could pour into Mike Tyson. And Anthony Joshua is a person, not only is he an athlete and of course a champion, a 2-time heavyweight champion, he's also an admirer and a respecter of person to the sport, okay? See, it makes perfect sense to me why Anthony Joshua blasted out at Lennox Lewis. Because Anthony Joshua knew that Lennox Lewis chose to say the things he said, and the way he said them, it wasn't really criticism. It was more like jealousy or envy, okay? Envy more like, because of the success Anthony Joshua was getting and the other negative words that he said about Anthony Joshua. Because Anthony Joshua, I feel, if he put himself in Lennox Lewis' shoes, he would not be saying that towards Lennox Lewis. He would be doing the same thing that he's doing for Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather. And those guys are ambassadors of the sport. They're legends. They have paved the way for those guys to make all that freaking money like Anthony Joshua. Think about it. Not only like knocking people out, sure, the knockouts are great, but then the money, okay? The money, the progression of promotions and the amount of revenue that these fighters bring in these days, And I think Anthony Joshua's learned a lot about those guys inside the ring and outside the ring, okay? I've already told you guys that Anthony Joshua, like this article says, they have similar styles, but Anthony Joshua respects the style of Mike Tyson. He likes that ferocious infighting, okay? Even though Anthony Joshua is built differently, but I think he wanted a solid rock physique. I think he wanted to emulate that effect and the things that he likes to do. Again, that's how he hit Klitschko and almost took his head off in the 11th round of their bout in 2017, in Wembley. Okay, so it was the influence of Mike Tyson. Now, as far as Floyd, I feel Floyd inspired him more outside the ring with the promotions, with the business mind, because Anthony Joshua, just like Floyd, because Floyd surrounded himself around a lot of smart people. Leonard Ellerbe, Al Heyman, these guys, regardless of the reputation that they have with some people, they are some very intelligent, business-minded people. Okay, you can't beat them at business. So he surrounded himself around that. And then when Floyd preached the business side of boxing, fighters caught on. Some caught on in the wrong way, but then some caught on in the right way. And the right way is the way you fight, you have to understand how to invest your money so you won't be broke like Michael Moore, like Mike Tyson soon to be. He's back now, but he's back in a whole different sense. He should have been a multi-millionaire. Now he's probably worth about a couple $1 million, but you know, he had that massive amount of money, okay? So he didn't want people to end up like that. In fact, I think Joshua will take it a step further after he retires. You know, so, you know, I think that's another way that Floyd influenced him. You know, the business side of things, always being smart about your money, knowing you're not going to stay in the game a long periods of time, not to take too much punishment while you're in the game so you can enjoy your family after that. That's only fair. A person that gives us entertainment, a person that gets beat up, bled, beaten, you know, knocked down, right? Concussions, all this type of brutality, they're doing it for our entertainment, people. So the least we could do is respect them to know when it's time to go, and respect them when it's time to go when they're at their best. You know, I heard this saying and it stuck with me, that you don't never want to drive your car out of gas. You always want to get out with your car at least half a tank full. Okay, so you want something left. You know, knowing, hey, I could fight 2 or 3 fights, but it's time for me, physically wise, to just call it quits while I'm still ahead. You know what I mean? So I do think that Anthony Joshua is a respecter of these guys. He looks up to these guys. And most importantly, he studies these guys. You know, he knows about fighters of old. You know what I mean? So it's not just, oh, what's your favorite fighter? Oh, Muhammad Ali. Well, I mean, everyone knows about Muhammad Ali. You know what I mean? So it's rare to hear him talk about fighters, you know, like Benny Paret and guys like that you don't hear about a lot. You know, so it's a lot of things that I can tell by me being a boxing connoisseur, that when Anthony Joshua talks about certain fighters, you know, okay, this is a guy, he's a historian of the sport also. So I just wanted to throw that in there as well. But it's good to know that the present fighters have respect for the fighters that already, you know, had, you know, risk and sacrifice blood, sweat, and tears in the ring before them. You know what I mean? So that's one thing you could do, and it's a good omen. You know, so you know, you give back, you're gonna get. You get as well as you give. So, but I just thought it was interesting. I'll leave the link below. Let you guys check it out. You guys tell me what you think about Anthony Joshua paying homage to Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather Jr. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunched. Peace.